Hey everyone, and welcome back to KognitoKey. Have you ever just stopped and thought about all the different kinds of life on our planet? It's incredible, right? From the tiniest bug to the biggest blue whale. So how on earth do we keep track of it all? Well, today we're going to dive right into the amazing system that brings order to all of that beautiful chaos.
Just look at that number, 1.8 million. That's how many species scientists have actually identified and given a name to. And honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are probably millions more out there we haven't even found yet. Imagine trying to memorize them all, one by one. Yeah, no way.
So that's the big question, isn't it? How do you possibly make sense of this massive, sprawling family of life? How do you find the connections, the patterns, and give every single living thing its own unique spot in the grand scheme of things? Well, luckily for us, someone did figure it out. The answer comes from this absolutely brilliant system that was developed way back in the 18th century by a true hero of biology. He looked at all this diversity and decided to create something like a universal address book for every organism. And that hero's name was Carl Linnaeus. You'll sometimes hear him called the father of modern taxonomy. He came up with this really elegant tiered system, the Linnaean Hierarchy, where every living thing could be sorted based on features you can actually see. I mean, for his time, this idea was a complete game changer.
The science behind all of this is called taxonomy. You can think of it as the official rulebook for how we classify and name all life, putting them into these special groups. This is literally the foundation for how we understand the biological world today.
Okay, so what are these special groups? They're called taxa. A taxon is basically just a category, like a box, where we put organisms that are similar to each other. For example, all birds, eagles, penguins, sparrows, you name it, they all go into one taxon called aves. And each of these boxes, or taxa, sits at a specific level, or rank. We call that rank a category. So, to stick with our bird example, their taxon is Aves, but that taxon belongs to an even bigger category called Chordata, which includes all animals with a backbone. So how does this all fit together? Well, Linnaeus' system has 7 main levels. The best way to picture it is like a funnel. We're about to take a journey, starting from the widest, most general group at the top, and narrowing it all the way down to a single, specific type of organism at the bottom. So let's check out these 7 levels. The whole system is designed to get more and more exclusive as you go down. You start out in a massive group where everyone shares just a few basic things in common, and you end up in a tiny little group of almost identical individuals. Now you're probably thinking, how am I ever going to remember the order of all these levels? Don't worry, there's a classic trick for this. Just remember this silly sentence. King Philip came over for good soup. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. It works every time, trust me. All right, let's start at the very top with kingdom. This is the biggest, broadest bucket there is. For example, kingdom Animalia includes every single animal on the planet. Jellyfish, insects, dogs, us. We're all in there because we share really basic traits, like being made of multiple cells. Okay, one step down and we get to phylum. Things get a little more specific here. So within the animal kingdom, there's the phylum Chordata. This group includes every animal that has a spinal cord. So now, fish, birds, and mammals are in, but insects and jellyfish are out. See? Dropping down again, we get to class. Inside the Chordata phylum, you'll find the class Mammalia. So what makes a mammal a mammal? Well, they all have hair or fur, and they have mammary glands to feed milk to their babies. And this is where you can really see the diversity. Just look at all these different orders inside the one class of mammals. You've got kangaroos, whales, lions, and even us humans. We're all mammals, but we're obviously different enough to belong in our own separate orders. Next up, we have order. This level groups together related families. For instance, the order Carnivora is for animals that are mostly meat eaters. In this one order, you'll find the cat family, which is Felidae, and the dog family, Canidae. They both share a diet, but they are clearly different families. Now we're at the family level, and we're really starting to zoom in. Let's stick with the cats. The family Felidae has different, but very closely related groups inside it. It includes the genus Panthera, that's your big cats like lions, and the genus Felis, which has your smaller house cats. We are so close now. The genus is a group of very, very closely related species. They look and act a lot alike. The genus Panthera is the perfect example. It's got distinct species like lions and tigers. They're definitely different animals, but you can for sure see that strong family resemblance, right?
And here we are at the very bottom of the funnel, species. This is the most basic and specific level of all. This is what truly makes one organism different from another. A lion is a lion. A tiger is a tiger. They're unique.
Okay, so now that we know all 7 levels, let's put it all together and see how it works in the real world. We're going to find the full biological address for an animal we all know and love, the lion. Check it out. Here's the lion's full breakdown. It's in kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, because it's got a spine, class Mammalia, because it has fur and gives milk, order Carnivora, it's a meat eater, family Felidae, it's a cat, genus Panthera, it's a big cat, and finally, species Leo, which makes it a lion and nothing else. Isn't that neat how it all funnels down? So you might be thinking, okay, that's a cool system, but why does it actually matter? Well, having this biological address system is absolutely essential for understanding the world around us. First off, it's what makes studying 1.8 million species possible in the first place. But more than that, it helps us see the relationships between different forms of life. It shows us the family tree, And it gives scientists all over the world a universal language. So a biologist in India and one in Canada can talk about the exact same animal without any confusion. And that leaves us with a really exciting thought. We're still finding new species all the time in places we've never looked before. So as we discover these new creatures, the big question is, where will they fit into this grand design of life? And what new secrets will they reveal about our planet? Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey through the world of taxonomy. If you found this interesting and want to explore more amazing topics with us, please do me a huge favor and like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to KognitoKey. I'll see you in the next one.